ODR is one of the best jobs on the unit. Because you don't get to just work in the ODR, you get to get good housing, go to ODR, you get to serve, the officers. But it's not about serving the officers, it's the hustle. It's like being at a restaurant, a real one. You get to work outside the unit and treat, the ones that's at work, they get to know you. What's good about ODR? Child time doesn't exist for the ODR workers. Okay. Y'all know what time it is. It's Prison Stories 101. OG Percy show no mercy. That's the way my daddy cursed me, man. Say, man, Child time. This story is called Child Hall Wars, man. Child Hall. The most important place in the prison is the child hall. If you can get you a job in there, you're good. You got action. But the child hall is strictly for, child hall is always used for people that, that need that child hall. Everybody needs the child hall. The child hall is the most, dependable part of the unit there is. Child time. You're going to get everybody, you got no child rolling. All that child out the door. They got all type of calls they give you when it's time to go eat. Let me tell y'all something about eating. Eating the only thing that makes your time better. I say this because you can't do time on an empty stomach, brothers. You can't do time hungry. Child time. All that child out the door. And the one you don't want, last call for child. Nigga, why is child the most important thing? Niggas don't talk about child prison stories, but I gotta bring child up. There's a lot going on in prison, but child is one that they don't talk too much about. A most needed system, in the thing, man. But one thing about the child, it's all tight. I didn't get it all, when it come down to prison. But it's hard for me to get me a child hall job. Because of my record. I got a fucked up record. They think that I'm a salty. They label me a salty. What that mean? That means that nigga can snap any moment now. That nigga's a salty. What a salty do? Salties, we don't let them work in the kitchen around knives and utensils and, because of their record, whatever on their record, they might do something here and fuck a nigga off. But the child hall is exactly the place where a lot of the most hustlers go. If you're a hustler, you got a job in the child hall, nigga, you got it made. The child hall is the job. I heard a nigga ask him what's the most. Nigga said the warden boy. Ain't no warden, nigga. Fuck the warden boy. We gotta sit around and just be the warden boy. Child hall. Let me tell you the most important. I heard, I'm not taking nothing from Jizzle, because Jizzle did come up with a good answer. He said the warden boy. The warden boy is one of the best jobs on the unit, but it's not. It's not. Because you just a warden boy. You just a yes man nigga. That's not the best job. Let me give you the best job on the unit. It's called ODR. Let y'all soak in that for a minute. For anybody to know what ODR is, that's the best job on the unit. If you can work in ODR, why I say ODR? Because ODR, you get to get full. What is ODR? It's the child hall. But not the child hall. The ODR is where the officers go eat. Yep. They get to go eat. What the officers eat? What do officers eat that the prisoners not eating? Everything, because they don't eat the shit that the prisoners make, but whatever's on the menu that day at the prison, shit, that's what the officers gotta eat. You understand me? But they get special orders and shit. They can get them a hamburger, order them this up there, whatever's on the menu, they can get that. Need me a burglar. Hold on. ODR is one of the best jobs on the unit. Because you don't get to just work in the ODR, you get to get good housing, go to ODR, you get to serve, the officers. But it's not about serving the officers, it's the hustle. It's like being at a restaurant, a real one. You get to work outside the unit and treat, the ones that's at work, they get to know you. What's good about ODR? child time doesn't exist for the ODR workers. They are the child time. They get to make the shit, that we not eating in the mess hall. See, we get the mess. ODR get the good shit. What's in ODR shit? Whatever you want. But anybody, I already know, the comments gonna tell you about ODR. Y'all tell them about ODR comments. Let them know that ODR is the best job that you can happen to run into over there. That's if you can get in the ODR job. You just you can't get in the kitchen. It's hard to get a kitchen job. Pouring punch. I start at the bottom. Why do I say that's one of the best jobs? Have you ever worked in ODR, Percy? Hell no. No, I ain't never worked in no ODR. You think they gonna let me in ODR? Shit. A OG in ODR, that don't work. Unless that OG got his shit together and he trying to do something different. Now, let's talk about the benefits of the child time. The child hall. The child hall, it comes in 3 or 4 different levels of hustle. 5 of us, I done seen them all. I done been from child hall hustling to child hall rides. Another worst place to get caught in. Dimerson got a job in the child hall. Once upon a time. Let's start at the beginning. My first child hall job. My first child hall job was in John R. Lindsay. I stole a job. I wanted to get full. And getting full, you got to work in the kitchen. Now, Lindsay, it don't have a child hall. So how did you work in a child hall, Percy, without a child hall? Easy. They had a kitchen. My job is to get in the kitchen where the food is. It's just like breaking in the bank, getting all the goddamn money. You get to get everything. If you can get in there. My first food pull-out was at the kitchen. I was, they had a little unit called Lindsay unit. All you had to do was have an apron and a hat. If you get that hat, you got a job. It's one thing I learned about, you got to study convict. You got to watch things. You just can't jump in no hat and go down there and it's count time. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. I pulled it out so good that I could stand in the count in the mess kitchen, and I didn't even have a job in there. I took another nigga's spot. It was one of my partners that worked in there that didn't want to work in the kitchen. And I told him, shit, nigga, give me your hat, I'll work. He said, shit, here. I said, shit, nigga, here. Oh, damn, nigga, I'm finna go chow and work in the kitchen where the food at. And I said, if I get caught in here, I'm going to jail. If I get caught in the chow, I'm going to jail, y'all. That's an out of place case. That's number one. And then they go, I know y'all looking at me like, what do you mean he going to jail? He already in prison. Oh, we'll talk about that on another one. We'll talk about jail inside of prison. That's a whole nother story. If y'all want to hear that, tell them to hit me up. Y'all hit that like, subscribe button to Prison Stories 101, and he going to give you, that story. But right now, yeah, I said prison, jail inside of prison. Niggas go to jail every day, B. I know y'all sitting there, how nigga go to jail? He already locked up. Well, he just in prison. There's a jail inside of prison. We'll get to that whenever y'all let me know that's what y'all want to hear next on Prison Stories. Jail inside of prison, inside of jail. Jail inside of prison. Let's go. But I was on Lindsay unit, man, and I snuck this hat, man. I got this nigga hat. And the nigga gave me the hat, and the boss man seen me. He said, you work. He didn't even know, you run around, so many new people get jobs there. They don't know who got new. All they can do is go by the staff and do the counting. Well, the law man seen me. They had to do, I got caught up in count time, y'all. That's the worst thing to do if you get caught out of count. Now, if you fuck off the count, the unit count, shit. You know what time it is when you fuck off the unit count. And that means you out of place and can't nobody find you. The whole unit got to get shut down. They got to send everybody to their block. But anyway, I'm out of place. And the man walked by me. He counted and said, what's your number? Well, told him my number and kept going. What's your number? He didn't ask for the number. He was just asking, making sure we was here. Got niggas off the list. He didn't have no names or nothing on there. He was just counting the people. His job was see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 people in the kitchen. Well, you sitting that 10 that you got in the kitchen down there to the count time. They 10 going at it with the 20 on this block, the 15 on this block, the 20. And how many people on the unit? Just say we got 100 people. Long as that count come back to 100, that means everybody's counted for. Nobody's missing. Well, I got to get in on the count. Man, I got so good in the chow hall, I start working on the line. When people see me when I come home, when I be working, I always show pictures of stuff that I got. I came home, I look like a big old country hillbilly. I had on pearl suspenders, man, them things were so big, I worked in the kitchen. I came home, I was 225 pounds. I wasn't nothing but goddamn me 5'7". They said I was past overweight. I had started getting headaches, man. I started getting headaches so bad, nigga, they kept saying, Demerson, you gotta lose weight. I gotta lose weight. I ain't never heard no shit like that. They always say, I've been here to get big. They say, yeah, you too small. You know, you ain't number 5'7". You don't suppose your weight is from 165, from 162 to 175. 162 to 175. Yeah, you just 5'7". 162 to 175. That ought to be your weight limit. Demerson, you're 225 pounds. That's why you get headaches like that. Well, hell, I'm getting here. I'm trying to find out. I ain't know I was supposed to lose weight. I'm in this bitch trying to get big as I can. Didn't know it took a toll on me. My weight, my blood pressure went up. But working in this chow hall, you get to eat. But they had a little mess hall. I fucked it off one time. I'm in there bullshit and I had a fight in the goddamn mess hall. Knowing damn well I don't supposed to even be in this motherfucker working. Now I'm in this bitch fighting. I get into it with a nigga talking crazy over there about the vegetables. Well, I'm gonna beat your ass over there in the guy with them carrot sticks, nigga. I'm gonna put them carrot sticks on his head. I'm gonna smoke his game over there with the carrot sticks. Tell God thank you at all time. But then, you know, that was on that little unit. I worked in that kitchen. That just gave me an example how hard it is to get in the kitchen. My first good job was on Ferguson unit. I got in the kitchen, y'all. Ferguson unit gave me a chance. But let me tell you what Ferguson unit was doing. They were really trying to set me up. They really know if a nigga come, if I'm more dangerous than people saying I am, they'll get him in the chow hall. They'll get him in the chow hall. You better ask any nigga that came to Ferguson during my time. Who was that nigga that worked in that chow hall? That's what they say. Who was that nigga with his arms up like this and his sleeves, his shirt rolled up over his arms, and he's standing in the chow hall like this every time you come in. With them big ass guns sitting there looking at you niggas when y'all walk in. That's him. That's Percy. That's a crib leader. That's that nigga. I be sitting there looking at nigga. They don't know by the time they done came to church, nigga. By the time they came to child, I done give goddamn me about 500 push-ups. I done ate me about 4 or 5 egg yolks. I done ate me about 10 peanut butter and jelly biscuits. I done drunk about 4 or 5 cartons of milk. I done got down there and start working this floor. By the time them niggas come to child, nigga, I'll be sitting there full and ready for the bullshit. How did Percy get in the kitchen? Easy. They put me in the kitchen because they thought they can get me fucked off on Ferguson. Somebody go through there and smoke his game. If he ain't good, he won't last long in that chow hall. Well, they gave me a job in the chow hall. And everybody was, Demerson, you in the chow hall? How'd you get a job? Man, I don't know. I ain't did nothing to deserve no chow hall job. They just said they moving you to the chow hall. That means I don't even got to be in the hood or in the ghetto no more. On none of them blocks, I get to go to the good block, L block. Well, you know, you can't be on G block and H block and work in the chow house. So I'm trying to figure out how this shit gonna work. I know damn well they not gonna move me to the L block. The lovely, laid back, kicking it block where everybody and their mama been trying to go. I'm trying to get on L block. What you mean? What's good about L block? You get to work in the kitchen. Plus, it's laid back. It's quiet over there. Everybody mind their business, man. You can do your time on L. That's what they kept saying. Well, I know they're not going to put me on L block. Demerson, what's up? Roll it up. Where I'm going? You going to L block. Y'all moving me? I'm coming out the ghetto. I'm going to L block? Yeah, you're going to L block. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm going to L block. Get y'all the game, the chow hall, man. I got me a chow hall job. Now I'm on L block and I'm laid back. I really don't like L block. It ain't nothing happening. It's quiet in the motherfucker. Motherfucker feel like a nursing home over here. So goddamn, somebody say something. Hello! Is anybody that's goddamn put attention besides me? Hey man, shh. Goddamn, cuz so many shh going on. What's going on? What that mean? Be quiet, man. Niggas gotta get up and go to work. You got morning shift, evening shift, and night shift, cuz. Can't come in here making noise because the night shift sleep. Because they got to get up in a minute and go to work. The evening shift sleep because they got to get ready for that. Man, you can't come in here making noise. Oh, okay then. Hey, excuse me, let me go in my cell and be quiet. Go close my door, nigga. I sit in my cell and I watch this block and I had to adapt to this shit. This shit ain't gonna make it for me, man. Seemed like my time just slowed down. Seemed like time was going so slow. And I said, wait a minute, hold on, man. I can't do this shit. Fuck that. Send me back to H block or G block. Where niggas end up getting into it and, you know, yelling all night and dominoes, jumping and cards playing, niggas on the knock table, niggas on the chessboard, niggas on the floor playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sorry, white boys. You right. The white boys on the floor down there playing Dungeons and Dragons. Because they can't sit on the bench with that bullshit. You got some Dungeons and Dragon wizards, man. You got niggas that can't be beat in Dungeons and Dragons. I never wanted to learn how to play this shit. It's only one game I wanted to master, and that was chess. I got put in the chow hall, man. I noticed this big old big-eyed lady, man. She had some big eyes, and she had some beautiful fucking lips. Miss Brown. Sergeant Brown's wife. Miss Brown. I mean, Lieutenant Brown wife. Big old pretty lips, big old pretty eyes. And she had some bow legs, man. Her ass sit out like a goddamn jackhammer. And everybody and their mama was up under this lady. I just got a job there. A job in the child hall is a hard job to maintain because it gets gangster. Now let's get into the gangster part of the story. Well, Miss Brown, she took a liking to me. When she took a liking to me, niggas don't never like when another law like you, because niggas are haters. Niggas will go tell it on Miss Brown if they had to. But she took a liking to me. And guess what? She gave me a job at. The worst place on the unit. On the line. I got a line job, oh, you niggas in trouble. One thing about the line, you can't be no hoe. One thing she found out, she said, like, who? She watched me for a week before she gave me a line job. She had me, goddamn me, cleaning up the back of the kitchen, washing dishes and shit. But every time she did the child time, she wanted to know, you know, who was that new dude right there? They said, that's OG Percy. He the one be called shot for Crips. She said, OG, huh? And then she talking about, huh? So you called shots for the Crips? I said, She said, yeah, you do. Don't sit there and lie to me. Ain't nobody to lie to. I ain't gonna lock you up because of you is. I'm not them people. I'm just asking you a question. I said, yeah, I do. She said, well, you working on side of me today. Man, I can't be working up under you. You be bumping out into a nigga with them titties and then the ass right there. I can't do that. I'm gonna lose my job. She said, you can handle it. You can handle it. I said, okay. Get over there and get on side of old Sergeant Brown. Old Sergeant Brown's wife. And goddamn me. In a couple of days, I kept a gentleman. You know, I worked. She told me what to do. You know, one thing she wanted me on the line for, because everybody else was hoes. She said, these some scary ass niggas over here. They scary. They ain't met a nigga that can hold this job yet. Hold what job? The job I'm giving you. So why you giving it to me if can't nobody hold it? She said, because I don't think you scared of nobody. Well, I'm not scared of nobody. She said, well, that's what I need you for. These niggas get in here and act like they can hold a job and they get punked on the line. So what's so gangster about working on the line? Because when niggas want some more, you can't give them no more. You give them what's on their plate and tell them to keep going. Oh, I can do that. That ain't shit. And she say, Demerson, don't trick off my food. I mean, where that come from? What you mean, trick off your food? Just listen to what I'm telling you. Don't trick off my food. I don't even know what you're talking about when you say trick off the food yet. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't trick off food. I don't do things like that. I am very professional at what I do. No, ma'am, I wouldn't trick off your food, ma'am. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I can't do that. I can't trick your food off. But I got you, though. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, you going to put me on that line to work. I'm going to get on that line and I'm going to go to work, lady. I ain't gonna trick off your food or fuck off your food. Watch, I'm gonna work good for you, master. I'm gonna do a good job for you. And she tell me, yeah. Well, get on there and do the job, hold it down. And I held it down. Nigga, I held it down, nigga, cause nobody fuck with me on the food. And then she knew I wasn't no hoe. When I started holding it down, she knew I wasn't no hoe when I started holding my own down. She said, yeah, you pretty good. She said, but goddamn it, it's coming. I said, what's coming? The day coming when I'm gonna see if you a tough nigga, if you gonna break. The day gonna be I'm gonna see if you tough or if you gonna break. Back to the cake at hand, y'all. Oh, I got a prison guard. Stay right there, prison guard. Stay right there. And then, is it count time? She left on me. Prison guard burnt out for me, man. Goddamn it, say, man. But anyway, man, it was time to eat. And one thing she was gonna tell me, don't trick out my food, Percy. You can't be scared of nobody. And most niggas that she have on the line with her, they scared of everybody. They scared they gonna give everything away. Now, the thing about it, you know, I'm the leader of the Crips, you know, so she kept saying, you sure you gonna, baby, man, I'm gonna hold this job down. And me and her worked on side each other for a good. We're at the 3 weeks. I held my job for 3 weeks. What you mean 3 weeks, bro? I held my job for 3 weeks, nigga. I held my job. I worked on the line for 3 weeks. Well, the front of the line. See, I got moved all the way down the line till I wasn't on the line. What do that mean, y'all? You know, I started out working on. I got jealous too, cause I didn't want nobody working on side of her, nigga. I be up, man. She be up under me, reaching out around me. Then anything with a woman touch, a woman bump, or a woman eyes right in your face, nigga, I'm in heaven, nigga. I'm good. I can't wait to go to work. I'm trying to go to work, nigga. And she like, I know she like, you know, everybody thinks somebody like them if they wink at them, touch them, bump them, because God don't supposed to have no physical contact. But when you're working on the line, she get to bump you and touch you all type of way, nigga. I kept them arms and guns swelled up for her. Every time she bump into one of these arms, nigga, I try to post that motherfucker up under their forehead and tell her, yeah, check that out. You understand? Let her see, roll my sleeves up, let her work around all this muscle and aggression. But how did I fuck that off? Easy. I got partners. I got partners, nigga. I'm not gonna be a whole ass nigga to my partners. Especially on chicken day. Don't trick my food out. You can make more friends giving away shit, you know, on a unit than you can do anything. You can have homeboys. You know, shit'll happen. I done tricked off all the food, man. I'm mad at her. But then, you know, she put me on, man. I'm working, man. But let me tell you what the deal is, man. You don't want to lose your job next to a woman. But then on this chicken day, nigga, I done fucked off all the chicken. I done tricked the chicken out. It's chicken and cake day, the worst day to have. And let me remind y'all something, dog. On top of that, it's Super Bowl Sunday, which is today is Super Bowl Sunday. So I might well, hold on, go inside my shit. Speaking of Super Bowl, just like that, you understand me? It's Super Bowl Sunday. Goddamn me, and I done fucked off the food. Let me tell y'all something. The worst thing to mess off is the cake and the chicken. And the chicken fried steak patties. You don't want to run out of the chicken fried steak patties, the cake, the chicken, and nothing. You want to keep everything in order. Everybody you don't never want to miss nothing out. But anyway, y'all, on this day, I have tricked off every part of the line that she worked me on, y'all. I fucked it off. Come to find out, she said, you got too many friends, Dimmerson. You can't work on the line when you got friends and homeboys and partners. You call shots for the Crip. So, you know, I'm always going to, you know, shoot a Crip nigga or something. Yeah. I'm giving it all. Yeah. It no matter where she put me. If she ain't watching while I'm doing it, I'm going to give it away. Everybody on the unit, on the line know that, man. Man, niggas jumping out of line saying Percy in this line. They looking for what line I'm working in. What line Cuz working in? Oh, he over here today, nigga. They see I ain't working in one child hall. They go to the child hall next door just to get in that child hall to go, you know. Because Percy gonna give they shit away. Well, on this particular day right here, man, I got fired. I got fired off the chicken, nigga. She didn't fire me, but the nigga that was working on the child hall when the laws kept going, walking by people trade, they hate us. They don't like to see a nigga eat no more than what he's supposed to be eating. Even though you work 10 times harder to get what you want on your plate, They don't want to see you eating harder than what you supposed to be eating. Well, I'm going to eat and I'm going to feed my homeboys. That's how that shit going. But anyway, y'all, this man, the law came up to the line and he told her, he got down on him, he told him, look at Sister Brown, look what Demerson doing. So he brung up a tray, 2 trays, he had collected 2 trays of chicken. And he said every time somebody sit down, they always had an extra piece of chicken when they only supposed to have 1. Well, she didn't ever see me give away no chicken, but she didn't know that I had a pan of chicken that I took from under the thing and put at the end of the line. So when one of my niggas go by, I tell the homeboy at the end, hey, throw the extra chicken on his plate. When he throw the extra chicken on his plate, the nigga go sit down and eat the chicken. The law walk by and ask him how you get 2 pieces of chicken. And so the law went to taking up the chicken. Got down on me. Well, I lost my job right there. So now, I gotta work the vegetables. Demerson, move on down. You on vegetables now. Oh, god damn. So now I got 2 scoops in my hand. You get vegetables, you got greens and your peas, nigga. Now, I don't nobody want no 2 scoops of nothing, vegetables. Not that day. But when you working in the vegetable area, the next day you got vegetables. And then you got desserts. Well, she said I was putting too much on niggas' plate for potatoes. I'm giving niggas 2 scoops of potatoes, 2 scoops of green beans. Demerson, go on down there and work the pears and peaches. Oh, damn, I'm way down to the end. Yeah, because, when you get out desserts, nigga, it ain't nowhere else to work but on the floor, nigga. She trying to do you a favor, Demerson, and keep you working in the line. Well, that's cool. God damn, man, with Percy, just quit giving away to people shit on the line. And just feed, just regular scoop. Get what they go and let them keep going. You gotta act like you got homeboy, you sitting there scooping and duping. Well, now I'm on desserts. Well, that was cool. Well, the next day, it's the day that she gotta trust me. And she said, Demerson, can I trust you? You on desserts, you working desserts now. And guess what today, y'all? It's cake day. Cake day. Everybody know what's going on cake day. When it's cake day, nigga, ooh. Because they only have cake probably like once a month or twice a month. Ain't no piece of cake every day. You gonna get a piece of cake, something sweet to eat every blue moon with the ice on. Well, it's cake day. And guess who working desserts? Old caked up ass Percy. I'm caked up on cake day. And niggas trying to find Percy. And I got an extra pan down there. I'm sitting there eating cake and serving cake. Eating cake and serving cake. Eating and serving. Oh, I'm just the happiest nigga in my life. And then somebody said, yeah, OG, throw me an extra piece of cake. Here, man, go. Don't get caught with that cake, man. I can't, this is my last, after this, I ain't gonna have nowhere to work yet, goddamn. I'm gonna be on the floor, nigga. Well, that job didn't last long either. I fucked off all the cake. I gave so much cake away, niggas thought it was their birthday. Shit. I gave niggas cake to take back to the block for me, nigga. I'm bagging up cakes, wrapping up, and that motherfucking person stealing more cake than he giving to the people. Then it was time for the medium custody niggas to come in from the fields. And guess what, y'all? We out of cake. The worst thing to do is when these young niggas come out the field is run out of something. What is something like juice, cold water, and cake? Oh, don't worry. Those are ground for automatic riots in the kitchen. The chow hall, you got automatic riots in the chow hall when you run out of shit like that. Oh, nigga, you can't make that up. Nah, you better have another pan. Is another pan of cake cooking somewhere? Because if you don't, it's finna be a big-ass problem in her. Behind this bitch-ass cake. On Super Bowl Sunday. That's during the week. We gonna get back to the Super Bowl in a minute. Because it's Super Bowl Sunday. And I hope everybody had a good Super Bowl. And we gonna tell y'all how it go down in prison on Super Bowl. But right now, I'm trying to keep my job in the child hall. Well, I can't keep my job in the child hall because everywhere I work in the child hall, I get too friendly. With the homeboys that's in prison, I give the people shit away. So I got fired off the line, y'all. Now Percy got to work on the floor. Now what's on the floor? What can I do on the floor? Nigga, you had it made, Percy. You working with all the food come on the line and you can sit there and eat and nibble. Man, because one thing about prison, you can do time with a full stomach. You cannot do time on no empty stomach, y'all. Just believe what I tell you. You cannot do time on an empty stomach. It's gonna hurt you. You gotta keep goddamn something. Long as you full, nigga, time will go easy. Long as you hungry, shit. I ain't got no time to starve, nigga. I gotta keep it going. But anyway, I'm on the floor now. Now I gotta goddamn me find out how to work the floor. Now I found out on the floor, shit. Fuck the line. I don't even want to never work on the line again. Forget it. I thought I was out of a good hustle until I hit the floor. Now what's the hustle on the floor in the child hall? The hustle is you, nigga. You working the floor. Now, how do you work the child hall? Now, everybody come in the child hall got to sit down, and everybody don't want to eat child hall food. So what do we got? I got a homeboy that work in the child hall. He called himself GC. JC. I said, what do JC stand for? He said GC, he said General Karma. The General Karma. General Karma, what is that, man? He said, it's my own restaurant. I said, what do John? He said, you want to work for General Karma? I said, yeah, it's a restaurant, but I don't see it. When we get out, he said, nah, why you in here? He said, I need somebody that's on the floor to work for General Karma. So the old school came to me and he sat down to me and gave me the game. And everybody know who General Karma is. Shout out to my nigga, man. Good people. All he wanted to do was, run his restaurant from prison. So how did he use me? How was I the runner? And let me make a lot of money. I said, okay, how am I make some money? He said, all I want to do is smoke weed all day and do what I do. Smoke my weed, relax and chill, man. That's how I do my time. He said, but I got to get this food sold. I'm talking about, where's the food at? He said, this is my hustle. Well, he work in the kitchen. He's a cook in the back. What he would do every day, y'all, he'll come in and get some ground meat. Because he was doing all the cooking. Today they might be having spaghetti. So, doing the ground meat, what he'll do, he'll make him 50 hamburgers every day. 50 hamburgers. He'll take some of that ground meat on the side. He'll cook 50 hamburgers, 50 cheeseburgers, y'all. Lettuce, tomatoes, bread, everything. He'll put that hamburger in a sack. He'll put some potatoes. He made some French fries potatoes out of the potatoes back there. And then he'll put the little old shot of Kool-Aid in you. A little shot of Kool-Aid where you can put the little cool pack, you put it in your cup, put your water on it, it make a cup of Kool-Aid. And he would put a big old chocolate chip cookie in the bag. You got French fries, a hamburger, a chocolate chip cookie, and a Kool-Aid pack. In a bag. How much that gonna cost? He said $1. $1 metal? $1. For $1, he said $1. He said, I just need somebody to buy, take them out to the floor and sell them. They gonna buy them all day. They gonna give you stamps for them all day. So I didn't know what the deal was. So what he say? He gonna make the hamburgers. I'll run out there and I sell them to the niggas that come in the child hall. I'm like, how the fuck this gonna happen? Well, he already knew. He already had certain customers. I didn't know that everybody on the floor don't eat child hall food. So what they eat the shit that the General Karma served. I said, everybody already, yeah. He said he been in business for years. So when they come in, they raise their hand up. They always throw their hands up. And he said, look for the niggas that raise their hands up. When they come in the child hall, they're going to have stamps in their hand. He said, take them one of these bags. Get the stamps to take them. The stamps was money. The stamps what he used to go buy his weed with. Oh, well, nigga, what? Shit, what? He said, yeah, you sell how many sacks you want. Nigga, I don't want no motherfucking stamps. I want some food. He said, well, take your stamps and go down there to the block and buy your food off niggas with the stamp. Anybody that sell you something for some stamps, if you buy them from, I said, okay, that's smart. Let me go to work. The man give me 50 hamburgers a day. Them 50 hamburgers gonna be gone like that. Hell, nigga over here want two, he want one. Shit. He run out of sex before the second round of child gets started. He done already sold all his hamburgers out. I'm like, man, this man's smart. And then what he would do, he worked 2 shifts. So he made 51 shifts and 50 the next. This man made $100 a day in prison. Just off of selling hamburgers alone. For the General Comer. Shout out to the General Comer, man. He got me on my hustle in the chow hall. But let me tell y'all the real shit. Everything sells in the chow hall. That ain't the other thing. We got another thing in the chow hall. It's called the scullery. The scullery is like the trap. It's not General Comer. General Comer, he's the plug. These niggas right here, you know, they working for the plug. So General Comer, he can get anything you need, the excess you need to anything you need, from tomatoes to rice to cut up beans to dry beans, anything. Whatever they got back here in this penitentiary, he got access to it. So he even had a trap running. And what's the trap? The scullery. What is the scullery? The scullery is where everybody go to put their tray up. But they can reach under there, ask me if they sell anything. That's where you can buy all your shit at before you go out the door. Now, don't think everything just easy because you taking food. Because one thing about taking shit out the kitchen, they shake you down in the hallway. You got to make it home with the shit. Just because you buy the shit in here don't mean you going to make it home with it. And one thing the laws always know is you niggas always coming out with some hot shit on you. And they looking for the niggas that's tacking and smacking and packing food down the hall. They going to send your ass to jail for taking shit out the child hall, smuggling. Now, what is they smuggling? They smuggling shit that they done got caught, like dry oatmeal. Nigga, who want oatmeal? The Mexicans. And then what's this nigga got caught? This nigga got peppers. You take a can of them peppers, empty them peppers in a bag, sell them peppers. The Mexicans gonna buy all them peppers. The Mexicans gonna buy onions. They gonna buy dry beans. They gonna buy whatever they can use down on the block that you selling at the kitchen. They gonna buy big old bags of peanut butter. They buying jelly. Everything in the kitchen sell. The thing is, you gotta make it down the hall with it. Now, where can I get this from? The scullery. The scullery got all the hot merchandise. Well, one thing about the scullery, it's just like the trap in the world. When it's time to get hit, the police is coming to hit the scullery. Now, you can see about 5 or 10 laws walk up to the scullery door, unlock it. One thing about the scullery, they lock you in that motherfucker. Once they lock you in, you don't come out until your work is done. Ain't that cold? They lock you in this little old thing and make you clean all these goddamn trays and everything and everybody eating on them. You come out there, unlock it, and let you out when child's over. But one thing about the scullery, that's where all the shit is at. Nigga be hiding shit up top of the light, hide shit behind this, under the goddamn, inside the washing machine. They hide everything in case they come for a hit. Tales from a crib. One day I'm sitting off inside the child hall and I'm working the broom. You know what I'm saying? I done got fired. I'm working on the floor now. So all I got to do, I get to pour your juice. I get to work on the floor. Well, my job not to pour your juice. You got a juice man, you got a flow man. And a table man. You got a table man, a juice man, and a flow man. Me, I always stay on the floor and keep the floor clean. When niggas come out, I got to sweep the floor, run the mop through it or something. Or I got the tables. When they get up off their table, I got to walk over, wipe their table off, and put the cups back on their table. Then you got the juice man. He gonna come through there and he gonna goddamn me keep the juice and the water on the table when they run out. And I really worked in this motherfucker. Y'all know I have. But anyway, the scullery was the shit. So one day I seen about 10 laws coming and they running to go hit the scullery. Now one thing about the scullery, you don't want to lose your job in the kitchen. Nobody want to lose their job in the kitchen. So when shit start going off, everybody get out the way and watch them. Because guess what? If they go in and find something in that scullery, everybody gonna lose their job in the scullery. Because nigga can't say whose shit is what. They gonna lose. And guess what? The scullery always got shit in it. When they come hit the scullery, they got mirrors on the end of these poles. They run the mirrors all up looking for shit. They know all the hiding spaces in this motherfucker. Shout out to the niggas that work that trap in that scullery. Me, I work on the floor. I seen the laws run in there and come out with all type of beans, rice, goddamn me dry oatmeal, goddamn me nacho cheese. You know, it's all wrapped up in bags and shit, you know, that these niggas was gonna smuggle. Now, the coldest thing I ever seen in the child was, shit, niggas quiche and shit. That nigga gonna, what you gonna do with that? He put it up in his ass, man. Put it between his legs. They got the little old game where they stuff between their legs and they walk with it between. How that's gonna work? That man gonna see that damn thing, that goddamn that bolo baloney hanging out your ass like that. They got a whole bolo goddamn tucked up in him and he walking with it, going down the hall. Don't let them see it. They got some good quiches. They got niggas that know to tuck shit and never, the laws will never see it. Cold-blooded. The chow hall is the best place to keep a job, but the chow hall is the most dangerous. I've been in 2 rides in the chow hall. Shout out to my nigga Baldhead. Tells him a crip. One time a nigga was coming out the chow line and he had a tray and the nigga was smuggling food up under his tray. Now what he did, he'd take the food that he had, stick it under the tray, and stick his tray back out. As soon as the man handed him his food with the tray, put the food on her, he'd take the food, stick it under the tray, and hold it under this hand with the food, and stick it up there. He ain't got nothing. Well, this particular day, one of the laws seen him. He said, "Hey, what you got under your tray?" He did like this. He said, "Yeah, man, I got it." He said, "Well, here, grab his tray out of his hand and took it from him." And they say, "Oh, man, just take my tray. Don't take my whole tray." So get out the chow hall. The nigga said, "Man, well, fuck you." Then by the time he said, "Fuck you," the laws grabbed him by his hand. And I said, "Goddamn, they got law. You don't got to do all that. Just let the nigga leave." And then he grabbed the nigga and he threw him on the ground. And then he put his foot in his back like he was some goddamn animal, holding his arm up like he was in some type of goddamn wrestling position. So I said, "Say, man," I said, "You can let him go." He said, "Demerson, y'all get down." I said, "Nah, let that crip go, nigga. That's a crip you doing like that." He talking about, "Oh, man," he said, "Get down." By this time, he jumped on his walkie talkie. "I'm gonna need bag up, chow hall. Cold red chow hall. By this time, the colonel, the lieutenants, everybody come running down there with their gas mask on. He'd call a cold red on a nigga in the chow hall. But really, he the only one out of line. So when they come in the chow hall, they say, get down, everybody get down." And I just stood there. I said, "Man, tell him to get off of him, man. Say, look out, Colonel, tell him to get off of him. He said, "Didn't he say, order you to get down, Demerson?" I said, "Man, yeah, when he get off of him." Then the other man pointed the big-ass gun at me, man, big old, it's a tear gas gun. It shoot out these bean bags at you. It'll knock the wind out of you. It'll fuck you up. Feel like you got shot with a bullet or something. I said, "Get down." I said, "Oh, man, here y'all go playing." I get to getting down. And my homeboy, shout out to my homeboy, Baldhead. Baldhead ain't no motherfucking joke out of H-Town. Baldhead said, like he said, tell him to get off of him. And the colonel said, "Who do you supposed to be?" And my partner, Baldhead. Bah! There you go. He came back up and Baldhead popped him again. And the colonel went face down, nigga, to the motherfucking ground. As soon as the colonel hit the ground, his mouth hit the ground, and his teeth went flying out his motherfucking mouth like some dominoes. Down goes the colonel in the chow hall. Well, Demerson, you might don't need to work in this goddamn chow hall. Well, that's cool. Send me down to the block. You know what they did on Ferguson? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I had a job in the kitchen, but I never did get to go back to the kitchen. When the colonel got knocked out in the kitchen, they wouldn't even let me go back to the kitchen. Well, that's cool. I'm back on the block, and guess what it is? It's Super Bowl Sunday on the motherfucking block. Y'all, it's Super Bowl Sunday. This how it goes down in prison on Super Bowl Sunday. Shit. Let me show y'all how it go down in this motherfucker. When it's Super Bowl Sunday, y'all, this is the most exciting day there is in prison. There's a lot of gambling going on. It's gonna be the last day of the pick'em tickets until the All-Star game come. But right now, it's Super Bowl goddamn Sunday, man. And it's going goddamn down in the penitentiary. What? Yeah, everybody happy, everybody excited, niggas in placing their bets in, but guess what the most important thing is? Keeping your seat. Where will you be watching the Super Bowl from? Way back there in the back? Well, everybody, you barely can't see the goddamn TV. The men look this little. Are you going to be up here in the front, sitting on one of the benches with everybody else watching the Super Bowl? Shit. Now, what the deal about that is? Cause everybody don't get to watch the Super Bowl close up in person. Some of them got to be way back there at the back cheering for their money. While niggas right here. Now, How can I get me one of them Super Bowl seats? No, sitting on the benches right there under the TV and enjoying it. You got to get down there pretty early. Now, it's a thing in prison where everybody want to go. When they get down there, they want to come up there and throw their motherfucking shit in the seat. Hey, this is my seat right here. We're not on Super Bowl day. Ain't no goddamn me holding seats. Ain't no goddamn me. This my homeboy shit. Nigga want to go put a piece of paper right there. Nigga want to go spam a book in the seat and think that book's supposed to hold that spot for the rest of the day. No, nigga. Nigga gonna come in there on Super Bowl Sunday. All them books that's been sitting on them benches where everybody's saying this is my spot when the Super Bowl comes. So a nigga put a book right here on the seat and think that seat, you know, because 9 times out of 10, a nigga gonna respect your seat if you leave something in it and say, hey, I'm sitting here. But not on this day. Nigga come through and all them books that was on that lamp gonna be sitting over there in that window. I mean, who moved my book? Oh, everybody's sitting down. Where was your book at? Well, as long as I know, and that starts a lot of shit in the day room. All you know is your shit didn't been moved. Nigga done move your shit out the goddamn way, and guess what, nigga? You ain't got nowhere to sit. You got to stand up on Super Bowl. You got some niggas that go down there like me? Shit. Once I get me a seat, shit, I'm not leaving all day. The Super Bowl don't start till 7 o'clock. Well, I'm down here at 7 in the morning in my Super Bowl seat. You only learn that when you learn that's how the game works. You got to hold your seat, nigga. You can't fuck the Super Bowl seat off, nigga. You got to have it, nigga. It's going down on Super Bowl. It's going down. It's going down. Anything to do with football in the penitentiary going down. But on this day here, it's the home run of all runs. Super Bowl Sunday in the penitentiary. Now, what's so special about this right here? Nigga, everybody getting along. It's like a Christmas, like a holiday in here. You know, it's going to be a lot of spreads going on. A lot of niggas getting their spreads. There's going to be a lot of seat hustling going on. The picking tickets, the numbers going on. I mean, the numbers going up. You got niggas that ain't never gambled today, just gonna gamble today, just for the day. This is where the gambling world comes alive and the prison do too. But where will you be watching it from? The front or the back? It's hard, that's the part you're gonna have to figure out. Now you got niggas that leave, you know, be sitting there all day, man. All day, holding their spot down, waiting on this Super Bowl comes. They don't sit there and watch that TV. They don't watch every commercial, everything. And then get what the man say, look out, 1, 2, 3. And they be like, that's you, 1, 2, 3 calling you? Cuz, that's you, that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, the boss wants you. 1, 2, 3 say he ain't getting out of the chair today. He ain't moving, he don't care what the boss wants. The boss say, you got a visit. Oh, 1, 2, 3 got a visit on Sunday. Yeah, that's about right. Saturday and Sunday visit, 1, 2, 3. Oh. Now what is he gonna do to hold his spot down? A, put a book right there to hold it down. B, lay his t-shirt right there to hold it down. C, go get him one of them old whole ass white boys and sit him. My bad. We'll go get you one of them old wheat palms in there and sit you a palm right here in your seat until you get back. He'll sit there. I'm gonna go with C. I'm saying, look at homeboy, come on, come sit right here till I get back from visit. Come sit right here. 9 times out of 10, you might have your seat. Tell my crib, man. I had one of my partners, man, he one of the toughest niggas on the unit. Matter of fact, he had earned his hands on the unit. One thing about football, it don't bullshit. It don't bullshit. One thing about football, if your team ain't winning, you can catch some bullshit. You can catch some bullshit. If your team ain't winning, you get your ass popped. Well, on this particular day right here, man, one of the tough shout to my nigga Courtney Silk. Silk is one of the toughest niggas with the hands on the unit. He don't play no game. He will sleep anybody. I got a little partner. We end up having to watch the game from the back. We way in the back. You know what I'm saying, man? We sitting there watching the game, you know. Silk team was losing. Silk, he was losing, but my little partner had money on that game. And my little partner, I'm with my little partner, he said, man, we hit tonight, we gonna spread like a motherfucker. I'm like, well, shit, anything that got something to do with food, nigga, I'm ready to spread. I'm gonna spread with you. Anything got to do with food, I'm gonna spread with you. So he like, yeah, man, we gonna spread, we gonna get our shit together, we gonna spread when I hit this money. I said, oh, all right. Nigga, I like when niggas invite me in on their gambling. Hell, I start cheering for the team, even though I don't even know who on the team. There go Percy, just dry cheering. They ain't got no money on the game. Well, you know, but my partner do. My partner said we hit. I don't gamble in prison. I didn't do no gambling. But anyway, I'm back in this motherfucker, man. Around the second half, third half, get ready to show the man Silk team is losing bad. So my partner said, yeah, man, we finna hit this motherfucking money. And I never forget Silk turned around and say, man, you going on with all that loud talking. My partner looked at my partner and he looked at me like, damn. I said, who's Silk talking to? He talking to me, my partner that cheering for his money. He finna hit. This nigga finna hit. He finna bingo on this motherfucker, nigga. What you talking about? So Silk say, man, all that old loud talking going on with all that loud talking, man. And I looked at my homeboy like, nigga, you better say something, nigga. Let the nigga be back there. I don't give a fuck who that nigga Silk is. Not at this time, because Silk ain't never, you know, talk shit to me or nobody around me. But this time, he so mad at the game, he talking shit to niggas around me. But, hey, you know, I'm always going to keep it gangster. But he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to the young nigga on the side of me. So I told you, the young nigga, man, you better say something, nigga. So the young nigga say, man, I'm just cheering for my money. I'm just cheering for my money. He told Silk, I'm just cheering for my money. Like Tracy Chill Silk said, nigga, you better dumb that shit down back there, nigga. And so the young nigga, goddamn, you know, the commercial came on. That nigga team started doing good again. My nigga, yeah. So Silk jumped out his chair and ran back there with me and my partner. I'm standing right here, my partner right there, and D-Lo on the side of him. We standing like, damn, what's up? He said, man, yeah, man, I told you, man, going on with all that motherfucking talking. Then my partner said, man, I'm just cheering for my money like you cheering for your money, man. What's the problem, man? Silk said, like I told. He said, like you told me, what, nigga? Bam, he down sick, nigga. Nigga hit Silk with a bad motherfucker, nigga. I'm talking about, as soon as he hit him, you heard that motherfucker. Pow. That motherfucker got shook to day room, nigga. Everybody and their mama was like, Silk? Everybody, God, fuck the Super Bowl, fuck the game, nigga. This shit way better than the football game. This nigga done hit Silk in the back. Oh, we just know Silk finna whoop this nigga ass. No, he not. That nigga Silk can't even find his legs right now. That nigga Silk, the niggas off the bench that was Silk say that again. The niggas Silk was sitting with, y'all gonna say that fast. The niggas that Silk was sitting with, say it faster. The niggas that Silk was sitting with, yeah, they had to come back there and help him. Help him what? Not fight. Help him up off the floor. Nigga Silk was punch drunk. Silk didn't know where he was sitting there, so like, God damn. I like, damn. My little partner, I said, damn, nigga. I want to say that you was in trouble, but I can't say you in trouble because you my nigga. But if that nigga get up, you gonna be in trouble. Well, we didn't have to worry about him then. That nigga didn't know where the fuck he was at. Lesson number 1, y'all. Don't start no fights. Don't lose no fight. If you don't start one, we ain't have to worry about it. Silk didn't have nothing to worry about if he wouldn't have came back there and pushed his bulliness off on this young nigga over a football game. Nigga Silk won on his ticket, but he lost the battle. Shout out to my nigga Courtney, good nigga. Shout out to my GD nigga, you know, understand me out there, man. Shout out to everybody got them a job in the chow hall. If you got your job in the chow hall, please keep your job in the chow hall. You know what I'm saying? The only way you know you're going to keep your job in the chow hall, you know, one thing about it, think about yourself. Tell them the crib. The knock at the door. Why would I knock at the door? Because my partner Silk working there. One of the best jobs on the unit. World is where Silk work at. Now, where does Silk work at? Silk work in ODR. Silk is an ODR worker, man. Silk works in the ODR, man. And guess what? Silk is a good person, man. Everybody know who Courtney is. My nigga Silk off Ferguson. When it came down to these hands, he was at the top of the food chain with my nigga Suge. Suge and Silk stayed at the King Kong, stayed Blue Jay. You know, these are people that I can give cards to that had mean hands when I was there. Say it again. I said Silk, top of the food chain. Yeah. Top of the food chain. Along with a list of cold mo niggas. But Silk was one of my ride or dies, man. One thing about Silk, Silk worked in ODR. Chow hall. Chow time. What was good about that? Silk was my partner. Silk taught me how to have the attitude that I had. When it came down to doing time, I mimicked Courtney's way of doing time. I didn't want no friends like he didn't want none. He didn't want niggas talking to him. I'm like, man, what you want, man? You don't know me, don't come over all about me, man. Talk to none of you niggas, man. And Silk had me like that. But for some reason, Silk liked Percy. Silk was cool with Percy, because he said, boy, you a damn fool. He said, man, come over here, man. I said, what up, Silk? He said, come sit, man. What's wrong? You all right, man? He said, boy, you be back there fighting like a motherfucker on that rec yard every day. He said, here, man. Here, look go hamburger. A hamburger? Silk brought me a hamburger. Let me tell you something about Silk. Silk ain't cool with nobody. Silk don't like nobody. You can't be Silk friend because he working ODR. One thing about Silk, he kept his job in ODR for years. Silk one of them old light skin, you know, he looked like a house brother anyway. Good old curly hair, Mr. Moocher hair, good old curly ass Silk hair, goddamn me. And he knew how to conduct himself and talk like the white folks and handle himself in good place. And he had some of the coldest pair of hands there was on Ferguson. But every day, one thing Silk didn't do, Silk didn't let nobody play with him and, you know, or play with his job. One thing about his job, he worked in ODR and niggas couldn't find a job like that. Me, dumbass, I'm gonna take me a chance. I know Silk worked back there, so every day I go there and I score from Silk. I had me a plug, y'all. I had me a goddamn kitchen plug nobody had, and it's the best job on the unit, and that was with Silk. Silk worked in the ODR, and I would knock on the door. Look out, they'll come to the door, big and say, yeah, who is it? I said, I'm looking for Silk. Silk back, he said, look out, Silk, you got a customer? You got a customer? And I knocked, he said, who? I said, what you need? What you need? I said, man, can you give me one of them old, no, I need a dime, man. He said, I got you. I said, all right. What's a dime? That's a hamburger. I always made Silk feel like he was trapping out the thing. And when he come to the door, I come to the door, I say, because you couldn't walk in where Silk worked at. Can't nobody walk in the ODR. They lock them niggas in there. And when they open that door, they coming out for work. Them niggas, they got to go to work clean. They work in the chow hall, but they got to keep on tight whites and look like they clean, like they going to visit. And they work in the chow hall. But Silk, congratulations, man. Thank you, man. He kept me a hamburger. Silk kept me a hamburger to eat on. He kept me something to eat in the chow hall. The chow hall is the most important job there is. If you can get one in there in prisons, please keep your job. You can sit there and work out, get full, and ain't nothing better doing time than on a full stomach. This is Prison Stories 1-on-1. I am your boy, OG Percy. Show no mercy. And letting y'all know that the child time will roll every day. Go down there on Saturdays, you know, go down on a Friday and get that goddamn the Grand Slam. We call that breakfast. It's one of the goodest things, you know, going when it comes down to eating in the chow hall. And it's Super Bowl Sunday. Y'all know what's going on Super Bowl Sunday. A lot of good spreading, a lot of good getting along. And keep your job in the chow hall, man. The chow hall, you don't want to get stabbed up, beat up, or nothing. You just want to get full. As long as you can do your time. If you're in prison already and you're watching OG Percy, keep your job in the chow hall. Don't let nobody F you at your chow hall job. Once I got in the chow hall, I never left. Because I learned one thing. Ain't no better jobs nowhere on the unit than the chow hall. No such thing. A warden boy, no such thing. Working as a SSI, it's not a good job. You understand me? Even working in a barbershop, It's okay, but it ain't gonna put no food on your stomach. Chow time. Rolling out the door. Don't miss chow. If you miss chow, you gonna miss it all. If you miss chow, your stomach gonna be in your back. You only get to eat twice a day, and you don't want to go get that pork roll. Gonna run your blood pressure up. They got baked chicken. The only thing going down on there is Fishy Friday. You get a square piece of fish. I never seen a square piece of fish. Chow house the best job, man. Keep your job. Chow house the most dangerous job in prison. Keep your job. But if you got a job in the chow house, you got it made. Any other job on the unit, shit. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth going to no fields when you can work in the chow house. It's been Prison Stories 1-on-1. OG Percy. Super Bowl time. Let's go.